Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyans are still reeling from the shocking revelation that Margaret Wanjiru, a very staunch supporter of William Samoei Ruto, was harassed by the same Kenya Kwanza policemen that she supported in 2022. And the reason why this has sparked a lot of debate is because Margaret Wanjiru is not just your ordinary person, especially in UDA affairs. Margaret Wanjiru is one person who supported William Ruto after ditching Raila Amolo Odinga. And she did not waste any time, neither did she hide her joy. And she campaigned and sometimes maligning Raila Amolo Odinga, saying that Raila is old and that office does not need people who will be sleeping in a Rambe house and sleeping in office. But there is something that I think people have not looked at, because most analysts and pundits and bloggers looked at the side ya Kimemramba, that she was supporting William Ruto, and now William Ruto has turned against her. And of course, Orengo's video where he warned the Jubilee people sometimes back that regimes always eat their own children. And that video has been going round because it is an epitome of Orengo's prophecy. But did you know that in politics, things don't just happen out of mere coincidence? And for this to happen, there is something that William Ruto wanted to communicate, and William Ruto wanted to communicate a very strong and clear message to someone or to some people. And in this video, that is exactly what I want us to look at. And if you want to know that William Ruto wanted to send a message to someone or to some people, I want you to look at this. Bishop Margaret Wanjiru turns her church into Oda Party Meeting Center. This was in 2002. If you look at that picture there, that is Margaret Wanjiru in her official UDA top. And that seems to be, the church seems to be a beehive of activities, and it was basically turned into party meeting, the UDA Party Meeting Center. This tells you that Margaret Wanjiru went outside the box to ensure that UDA party succeeded. And that's why I was telling you that as far as UDA party affairs are concerned, Margaret Wanjiru is not your ordinary man. Then look at that headline: Kidero Bishop Wanjiru among those nominated for Chief Administrative Secretary positions. So even after she contested for a senatorial position in Nairobi and lost to Edwin Sifuna, William Ruto still considered her for nomination into the Chief Administrative Secretarial position, that those positions that were nullified by court. So this tells you that Margaret Wanjiru was a person who could be relied on in Nairobi, within the UDA. Now listen to what she said during the nominations.
Hello, my people. Nairobi, Nairobi, Nairobi. Jesus Christ is good. Thank you for standing in faith. Today, I want to speak to you about our UDA party. Today, I want to speak to you about registration of membership. I know some of you have seen the other books that were being used earlier, the bigger ones. But now we are using this one for a very good reason. When you register somebody as a party member, you need to give them something to show that they registered. It's not just a matter of taking people's details and going away with them. No. So friends, we are using these books for registration. Here you fill in somebody's details, and here all the details that you need, you will be explained as you collect the books. But after you register that person, you take and now give them this piece. This one confirms to them that they are members. To us, we know they are members because we shall upload in our data in our party secretariat. But this is important to the people at the grassroots. You know what? Politics is partnership. So one day, somebody would like to say, I left another party to come to UDA. I left another party to come and support our presidential, if I start saying our 50th president, I will be accused of going ahead of time. So this is our presidential candidate, William Ruto, to support our gubernatorial candidate, Bishop Margaret Wanjiru. So friends, this is important. Again, these are the books, A5 size, and it has the place that will remain, the paper that will remain on the book, and the one that you're going to tear off. If you notice, they are serialized. So this serial number that the person goes with correspond with the serial number that we shall keep in our office, in our party office. And therefore, register members, work hard at it. Let us make sure that United Democratic Alliance Party grows. I work, and I'm praying and trusting God that His Excellency William Ruto is the 5th president, the next president of this country. It is because of his work ethics.
I think we have painted a picture. Margaret Wanjiru. Why do you think William Ruto allowed policemen to go and demolish her church? A church that has been there. Jesus is Alive ministry has been there for a very long time. During Kibaki, during Uhuru, and now during William Ruto. And in less than 2 years, William Ruto is acting very uniquely that some people don't understand him. Margaret Wanjiru went there with the idea that she is from Mount Kenya. And you see, Mount Kenya people have always said that they voted for William Ruto. They have the bragging right. Margaret Wanjiru went there as a person who campaigned for William Ruto, and she said as much. So who was William Ruto trying to communicate to, and what was the message? Number one, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto was trying to communicate a very strong message to Rigathi Gachagua and the entire Mount Kenya fraternity that want to hold him hostage. Remember, this is happening against the backdrop of Mount Kenya leaders complaining that taxes that have been levied on farm materials like avocado are untenable, and they want those levies dropped. Yet they are the people who voted overwhelmingly to pass the Finance Bill 2023 that contains all these levies and taxes. And William Ruto has realized that these people really feel entitled. They want to hold him hostage. And William Ruto is sending a clear message that it is not going to be business as usual. And so if you are from Mount Kenya and you've seen William Ruto allowing Margaret Wanjiru's church to be demolished, yet she's from from Mount Kenya, this is a warning for you that William Ruto is not going to tolerate any kind of sabotage, any kind of being held hostage. So I'm thinking that this message is to Rigathi Gachagua, and it is going to Mount Kenya. Number two, there are those people who feel entitled that they helped William Ruto campaign, that they helped William Ruto to become the president. Without them, they feel that William Ruto would have not been, the president of Kenya. People like Margaret Wanjiru who say that we voted for William Ruto, and therefore we don't think and we don't find it very palatable that William Ruto should be treating us this way. According to them, they deserve special treatment. So this message is going to them, because I know there are a number who feel that we helped William Ruto and therefore we can behave anyhow. They no longer realize that William Ruto is trying to battle the fact that he's the president of the country. Even those people who told him off that they did not recognize his legitimacy as far as they are concerned, are now beginning that they have allowed him to build the nation as he wanted. They are now saying, you're the president, now face your problems. So if there are people who still feel that they voted for William Ruto, or they helped him, or they campaigned, they helped in some way or the other, maybe campaign finances, they arranged for meetings, the grace period is over and there is no honeymoon anymore. This message is going to them. I also have a feeling that William Ruto is sending a message that moving forward, he is ready to work with other people, including those who did not vote for him. Because if you see him now allowing the police to harass those who are very close to him, those who supported him, those who helped him, and in fact, the other day you saw them together with Raila in Uganda, and there were a lot of speculations. Experts still believe that even if the working arrangement that they have is not a handshake, but there seems to be they have decided to do away with the pride. It seems that they are working together for the good of the nation. As I've always told you, Raila is a statesman, and William Ruto seems to be realizing that Raila is not hell-bent on sabotaging his agenda, as some people made him think. And so he's softening his heart, and they're ready to work for the benefit of the nation. Not like Raila is compromised or William Ruto is compromised, they're just ready to work. There are speculations about reshuffling and how some people are to be included in the cabinet and ambassadorial post. There seems, if you ask me, to be a message that I'll be working with other people as long as they are Kenyans. Remember, some people have said that this is a government of shareholders, and so the shareholders are entitled. Even if they have churches that are in question, they should not be asked because they are shareholders. So I think William Ruto is sending this message that there is nothing like a shareholder. But then we wait and see, because politicians have got a way of dealing with things. Number 3, people have always labeled William Ruto as someone who has got land issues. In fact, it has been said that William Ruto campaigned, but he never mentioned the fight against corruption or land grabbing. Recently, William Ruto ordered the CS in the Ministry of Land to ensure that she settles all the land issues. And of course, people have been joking around and asking William Ruto that, will you handle Weston Hotel, because it's controversial, and of course the owner is the CEO of the country. So William Ruto seems to be saying that I'm ready to tackle the land issue when people thought that I would not tackle it. Maybe there would be some little favoritism, like people might not touch Weston because he cannot shoot himself on the foot. But people who have got land issues, whether it is the church, people who supported him, UDA, Mount Kenya, where it seems William Ruto is serious and he wants to take a paradigm shift, and is giving us a new image that he's now ready to pick the bull by its horns. And it seems he's ready to tackle that issue regardless of your influence in the society. Something also tells me, and I'm trying to pick this from Uhuru's confession. When Uhuru had a handshake with Raila Odinga, and he used to say that it is Raila who advises me to do this, because when Raila campaigned and Ruto campaigned, they had their manifesto. At some point, there's a point where the manifestos were converging. So there could be a possibility that these people sat down and they said, maybe he asked Raila, what did you want to do? Maybe Raila said that one of the things that has been bedeviling Kenyans is the issue of land. And then he said, I'm going to do it, because by the end of the day, Raila says, it is not about me. As long as the person who is in power is ready to ensure that he works for the people, then so be it. So I have a feeling that this is a message. And you all know that the other day, Gachagua boycotted a meeting in State House where William Ruto was meeting governors. And Gachagua was really needed to be there because it falls within his docket. So this is a message that is crystal clear, and we'll let us wait and see whether more are yet to come. For Margaret Wanjiru, that is what the common Mwananchi feels.